Hi, this is none other than Kerry Kriger, here to teach you how to play the bamboo flute, the Bansuri, from northern India. I'm going to teach you Indian classical music, Hindustani Sangeet, and we're going to play some Bairagi, Bhairagi. Bairagi is a morning raga, and it's not easy to play, and it's not one for beginners, but since all we've done thus far is Bhoopali, which is pretty easy fingering, we may as well get you trying something difficult just so you can get your chops up, because one day you'll want to play Bairagi well, so you may as well start practicing it now. So Bairagi goes like this. First note is Sa, which is always 3 holes down. And then Komal Ray, which is a flat second. So here's how I get that. You let half of that hole open. Ray, pure Ray, is like that. Now we're playing Komal Ray. Komal is essentially flat. It means sweet or flat. So if this is Ray and we need it to be flattened, then we go like that. But notice it's kind of, it's hard to see right there because of the shadow, but that hole is not fully closed, it's not fully opened. You're just kind of halfway. Now you may want that bottom half of the hole open, or maybe you'll want to play it like that. Or maybe you hold your hand like that and there's a little opening. However you want to do it, or experiment with it all the ways, maybe even master all the ways. It's up to you. But essentially the hole has to be halfway open, more or less halfway open, partially open to get the Komal Ray. So 2 notes so far, Sa and Komal Ray. So I introduced a new note, which is should ma. It's our natural 4th. So there's no 3rd note in Bairagi. There's no ga. Sa, Komal Ray, should ma. And for the should ma is the only one of the should, of the pure, the natural notes, where it's not a hole fully closed like that or that or that. It's halfway open. Again, another one that's halfway open. You may hold it like that, or maybe you hold it like that, or like that. However you do it, part way open. Partway open. That's pa. So we've gone sa, re, ma, pa. Now pa is essentially all 6 holes down, but we open this finger usually, or at least part way, because it just sounds better. But I conceptualize it as all 6 holes down. So we started out 3 holes, sa, Komal Ray, with that halfway open. And then ma, should ma, that holds partially open. And then pa. Gotta get better lighting in here. If anyone wants to donate some awesome lighting to the Indian Flute Music Video Fund, let me know. So, that's partway open. It's not fully closed like that. It's not open like that. Partway. A lot of shadow going on here. Some shadow flute playing. Halfway open on that, right there. However you want to do it. Play around with it, because everyone holds their hands differently on a flute. Some people play them like that, some people play it like that, some people play it like that, like that, like that. Just whatever's comfortable. It's always going to be a stretch, especially this bottom hand, and getting certain notes like Komal Ray or Komal Da. They're a stretch. You just practice them over and over and over, and then it'll get better. Okay, so we've got 5 notes. It's a pentatonic scale, Bairagi, that we're playing, also known as Bairagi, Bhairav, same raga. Now, to high sa. Okay, so we've gotten to the top of the scale, and if you rewind, you'll hear that the first time I hit high sa, and I do this almost always, every time I play a raga, when you get to that high sa, you've come up an octave. That's an important note arriving there. You've been building suspense by slowly going through and showing the other notes progressively up the scale, and now you arrive at high sa. So hold it as long as you want. You can hold it a minute if you want. And you don't even have to play anything after it. Just fade out of it or do a little ornament at the end. But what I like to do is a flash. It's called. You hang out on that high saw and then you fly down the scale and fly back up the scale to the high saw. Just a quick improvisation. And it's called a flash because it definitely has a little bit of, well, it's like a lightning flash. You do it fast. But it's cool also because up to then, maybe you were just playing all slow, long, mellow notes during the alap. So then it kicks some weight into having arrived in the high octave. So now let's come down. Going up the scale is called arohi. Coming down the scale is called avarohi. Or I'll say the scale up is the arohi and the scale down is the avarohi. So we went sa, re, ma, pa, ni, sa. Going up, sa, Komal Ray, shid, ma, pa, Komal, ni, sa. A first, a flat second, a natural fourth, a fifth, and a flat seventh. And then up to the top of the octave. I'll explain all those numberings some other lesson, but some of you likely know what that means, and maybe that helped you out. So, yeah, now let's come down. We went sa, re, ma, pa, ni, sa going up, so let's go sa, ni, pa, ma, re, sa coming down. And so when I'm playing a rag, I'm not like thinking of the notes with the name sa, Komal Ray, shid, ma, pa, Komal, ni, sa. I'm just thinking sa, re, ma, pa, ni, sa. Sa, ni, pa, ma, re, sa. Sa, re, ma, pa, ni, sa. Sa, ni, pa, ma, re, sa. You can also in Bairagi feel free to skip the sa, both up and down, occasionally. Pa, ni, re, ma, pa, ni, re, ma, re, ni, pa, ni, re, ni, pa, ma, re, ni, pa, ni, re, sa. So let's come down. So that's the Bairagi scale, and I'm going to stop right here because now you can practice the scale, and that's enough to get you going. Just thinking of getting your fingers actually hitting those Komal notes and being able to get Komal Ray, which is the hard note even to blow the note and get a nice sound out of it. And then you can think about the pitch on those notes. Are you playing the correct pitch? So Bairagi, sorry, this is not Bairavi, it's Bairagi with a G. It's a morning raga, and I think early morning, probably around sunrise. And Bairagi means renunciation. The Bairags are the sadhus, the ascetics who live on the banks of the rivers with nothing, having renounced everything. So this is called Bairagi. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. My name is Dr. Kerry Kriger, and my website is IndianFluteMusic.com. IndianFluteMusic.com. There's a ton of free information there on how to play the flute, how to play Indian classical music, how to think about music, and free MP3s. And what more could you possibly want? So go to IndianFluteMusic.com, sign up for the mailing list if you're not on it, because you will get awesome information emailed to you. And I hope you have a good time practicing Bairagi. So check out youtube.com/IndianFluteMusic for lots more of these videos. And while you're at it, save the frogs by going to www.savethefrogs.com. Thanks.